Hope y'all want to see that.
Well, the roosters are crowing, gonna rise and shine. Daylight's a burning, ain't got a lot of time. When the day is over and the work's all done, we'll sing and dance and have a little fun.
Shared yesterday that we used a calicrate bander to band Violet's horns. As you can see, the bands are starting to sink in to her horns. We've done it, it's almost 2 weeks ago. Wish I could show what I can see in person on video. But it's been almost 2 weeks ago. She doesn't seem bothered by them at all. She was only agitated for a couple days, and then that was it. And now she's just her sassy old self. So actually seeing some progress on her horns. If we didn't have so many flies, I know, hang on. Hey, 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 hey. And that's why they gotta go. But you can see, I could get the camera. See that right there? Actually making some progress. Yeah. Here's an update on Violet's horn removal. I know you don't want me to look at it. Don't be hateful though, look here. Right there, do you guys see how that's moving? It's actually like detached and it's black. It's really hard to see, but see that opening? Yeah, it's detaching for sure. So anyways, there's your daily yuck. Hope y'all want to see that horn removal process because it is kind of gross, but it's starting to remove. She's had them on for about a month now, so it's taking some time. It's going to take some time, but we can see progress, which is yay.
Horn fell off.
All right, well, let me give you a little more details than that.
Just one.
We were milking, and she has to kind of turn her head sideways because the horns stick out to fit through our stanchion, which she knows, which she did it this morning when I put her in, and she hit one of her horns and kind of acted like that hurt and strange, and she backed up and didn't want to get back in, and then she finally got back in. Okay, good. I was spraying her down with fly spray, which she hates, but I do it every day. It's our natural fly spray. I do it twice a day. And she was throwing her head like she likes to do, and she ripped one of her horns off. So I was, yeah, a little more bloody than I had hoped, but we've lost one horn now, and this was not the one that I showed you with the other day that was kind of back and forth. So if you don't want to see the graphicness, don't look. As he comes and shows you the horn. So here's the horn.
I have it back. Can I
So you
have
can
that back,
see.
please?
She's already quit bleeding about it.
Has she quit bleeding? It looks rough on her, but
Yeah, because it's taped with the cornstarch.
but yeah, there's her horn, and so you can see the calicrate bander did its job for sure. That was one side, so we're gonna wait on the other side to fall off. Now we have tried to. You can see this looks really rough. I'm not saying it doesn't, but we did not expect her to rip it off like she did either. Like I said, she didn't have any trees or anything in her paddocks, and so we did not expect her to do that. We've got cornstarch on her, that's why it's white. We went and did cornstarch on because cornstarch helps stop the bleeding. And it does look like it's quit bleeding now. So this looks really rough, but I'm hopeful that this will heal back over. It's the perfect time of year to be dehorning animals before the flies get real bad. And hoping the other one falls off soon, but not too soon. Because I don't really like the repeat of this. This was not what I had planned with the calicrate bander. As you can see, Miss Violet has already lost one of her horns, and the other one's showing us a lot of progress, so I expect it to fall off within the next week or two, hoping so that we can get the healing on the process. The progress that we're seeing here if you can see, is there's a lot of like crusty, I know she's moving her head a lot, she's eating her alfalfa, but there's a lot of crusty around that, and that's not generally there. So that shows us that there's a lot of decay there and the bands are doing their job. On this side right here, you can see the how it's healing over, and it kind of looks kind of oily because I've kept a salve on it, like a mastitis udder salve. And so so yeah, but it's looking so much better, and we've been really pleased with it. So if I have anything to update, really, it's just that we've been really pleased with the Calicrate Pro Bander, and I think it's really done its job. So what I showed you earlier, you can see it does bleed, but it's not going to bleed in the sense of like the gushing, because I've seen friends have shown me pictures of like literal holes in the head of their cows because the sinus cavity is wide open, so you have to cover it back over. Thankfully she did not have her sinus cavity open, it wasn't anything like that, so it's definitely done its job through the month and a half, 2 months that it's been there, and I would recommend it. Came out to milk. Violet had tons of flies on this side because it's really hot out here, and I was spraying her down when I put her in the stanchion to milk, and she slung her head again, and as you can see, she's bleeding. She hurt herself. I didn't like all the way knock it off, but it's quite a bit of blood, but it's clotted on its own. We haven't added any cornstarch or anything, so we'll add something after we get done milking. All right, we have a dehorned dairy cow.
She's a cutie little Jersey now without her horns.
She just knocked the last one off this morning. Well, at first it wasn't knocked off, but then I went to spray her again because, as you can see, it's hot and sunshiny today, so lots of flies. And we just put some cornstarch on her. It's not bleeding near as bad as the other one.
No, and if you've ever dehorned them mechanically, this is nowhere near the blood at all. So it was a lot less blood than if we had just chopped them off or cut them off.
Right. Isn't she cute?
She's mad, but
yeah, she is aggravated. But anyways, so we use the Pro Calicrate Bander. If you haven't seen that, check out our previous videos, and we'll try to link them below. Thanks so much for watching.
thank y'all for watching.
Have a great day. I want to add this. So this is about a month and a half, a month-ish, since she's lost her horns, and there is no anything coming back. Everything's healed nice over. She's a beautiful little Jersey cow. See how nice and healed it is and how good she looks. Her's a good girl, and we're about to milk. He's a good cow. Good girl, Violet. And you can see too, like, she might, like, you know, throw her head a little bit, but it ain't gonna be. You can see the difference in the attitude with this cow. Totally different cow. So let me say this too. If you're thinking about it, if you think, well, the Calicrate Pro Bander is an expensive tool, which it is, I don't know if that's worth it, blah, blah, blah. It's worth it, friends. Just buy the tool, do it, rent it, find it somewhere. I think it would be like, I think it would be something great to rent, or if you have homesteaders nearby, maybe ask them. I think we'd even be willing to rent ours. You know, it's one of those tools that's really great to have. And she has a totally different attitude, y'all. Totally different. Totally worth it. I'm encouraging you. Do it.